my name is Faith Harrison, and you're welcome to Lucid Talk with Reverend 365.
Actually, I think you've seen Faith before. I think you've been here to talk about forgiveness the last time.
Yeah, that's like
2018.
Yeah.
2 years ago, man.
Almost 2 years ago. Come on, like
Yeah.
we did it in the autumn.
So I was like June, because I was wearing very summery shirts. I said, is it next time? Hey! No.
Yeah. I think it was September-ish, I believe, because I remember, anyways, whatever time it was, it's 2 years ago now, so what are we talking about today?
So we were talking about pressure, like there are different ways for us to classify pressure. I just have like basically 2 ways, as in 2 mediums to classify pressure, in terms of like, the pressure you put on yourself, and the one you get from society and from your family in general, from family, from friends.
So basically just external pressure really. So,
And our quote scripture is taken from the book of Psalms, and to be precise, Psalm 90 verse 12. It says, what does the 90 verse 12 say?
This was I think it says something about so teach me to number my days.
Yeah, so that we can apply our hearts. Apply my heart to wisdom, our hearts because we are two.
I remember that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We actually had this scripture in church on the first, and
thanks to Mommy Daniel.
Mommy Daniel, if you're listening, your inspiration, you're right there.
No, I'm going to be honest. I read it on New Year's morning.
Yeah.
Let me just be honest. I read Open Heavens on New Year's morning. So when she was reading in church, I was like, alright, doing this too much.
But you see, it's actually interesting here. Just to expand on that verse, it says, teach us the number of days that we may apply our hearts to wisdom. Without wasting much time, I want to just get deep into the word pressure and how this scripture applies to pressure. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, while I was just in church, and that's why while I was in church, and once Mommy read this scripture, I was like, oh my God, like, cause I've actually seen that scripture before, but that was the first time it actually spoke to me. And what came to my mind was like, you see the way we are so concerned about, starting a new job, starting a business, going about our normal life, and then if you're not doing anything, it kind of feels like you're not being productive in life.
Yeah,
exactly. And then, or like you see your parents telling you, like, okay, like for example, like when I was younger, you need to get to this particular point in your like medication, you need to be
like get a master's, get a PhD, and all of that,
And sometimes, like let's say you're not really ready to do your master's, but then you see your parents come to you and asking you, when are you going to get your master's? You understand?
Yeah.
And even in church, all these aunts are going to ask you, when are you getting married? And listen, that one is, like you get to a point in your life where they kept. They start saying all these things to you.
Yeah.
And
even though you say, sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
Even though you act like it doesn't bother you, as you go on that day, that week, that month, you start building on the words they said.
Exactly.
Like, oh shoot, maybe I should
Exactly.
get married. And then maybe one friend comes and like, oh, I'm getting married. And you're like, maybe my life is not moving forward.
And maybe you're not saying you go be on the radar, like that's my husband.
Yeah.
But that's my wife.
And basically then you start to feel like you're not productive, that or maybe you've just been wasting life, your life basically, and that actually makes some people depressed,
Yeah, exactly.
Undue pressure makes one depressed.
Exactly.
So
That's why when the Bible says, teach us to number our days that we may apply our hearts to wisdom. If you're functioning according to God's own time, you are never late. Do you understand?
True.
So when the Bible says, teach us to number our days that we may apply our hearts to wisdom. Now when you know God's timing, it means like what the Bible says, like you're numbering your days. So it means you know when to act, you know when to get that business going, you know when to release your song. I'm a gospel artist, and I oftentimes have the pressure, when is the right time to bring these songs out.
Yeah.
People are telling me, Q, you need to bring, but it did in me, like I don't feel like it's the time to bring them out. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So you don't want to go as in like ahead of God's time in your life.
Yeah, because some people actually make that mistake, and then they're like, oh shit, because everybody's proposing to people, or people are like getting businesses done, let me actually get started, and then they do it and it flops. So I think timing is very important. And if you know the timing, if you're used to like knowing God's timing for your life for things, I think then you'll not be under like pressure,
Yeah.
for external pressure basically, and you'll not put yourself under like unnecessary pressure.
Exactly.
Okay, now I've said that, I know that it's easier said than done, because even I myself, I'm gonna be honest now, sometimes the pressure gets to you, like, it's just...
Like for me personally, I put pressure on myself more than anyone else can put on me.
So
Like before someone can say to me, okay, you're doing this, you know, I've already like preconceived, I've already like thought about it like 10 times, you know. So like, but for you, like, what would you say is more, like, in terms of like, was it the pressure you put on yourself, or working from people?
I think it's both, and I'm going to be honest, because sometimes it could be what people are doing that I'm not doing, or like people are finishing school, they settle, they know exactly what they want to do. Meanwhile, you're here, you're like, oh, I gotta chase that second degree, you know. And it's so funny because some people are looking at you like, oh wow, you're actually doing this, you're doing great, but you don't feel like you're actually doing something, because you're like, everybody's moving forward, people are, doing this, doing that, moving on to the next phase of life, starting that next business. So I think for me, like, it's pressure from people, like, and then I pressure from people, and then some pressure I put on myself, like, oh, by now at this age I wanted to be this and that, so it's a mixture of both.
And I'm talking about like the one you put on yourself as well. Like for me, like, say in terms of like, I keep talking about music because obviously like I'm very into my music as well. So whenever I see someone you pop up on the gospel scene, and I'm like, that could have been me. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But then you don't realize that, like, if you're not having the leading in your spirit,
don't do it.
Why would you want to fast forward your time?
Yeah.
And also, like, I feel sometimes like, when you feel like you should have done something a long time ago, and then someone else is doing it, and then it puts an undue amount of pressure on yourself, don't you think?
Yeah, I totally relate, because like there's so many ideas I've had in the past to do, be it something like an NGO or something to even get other people going, and I did not do it, and someone just popped out from nowhere with the same idea, and it just makes me so sad. I don't know who I was saying this to, this was last year anyways. I was like, I feel so bad that things I want to do, I don't do it, and then someone else now does it, and then me and the person came to the summary that there are things that there are ideas that God puts in everyone, and if you don't do it, there's another person that's available to do it, basically, So
So, but at the same time, why, like, I think before we started this whole video and stuff, we're talking about, not having to put pressure on yourself, only pressure on yourself. But it's something, again, it's not being so relaxed that you say, okay, see, I don't want to put pressure on myself, so
I can't keep myself.
That's exactly a movement, do you understand? I can't keep myself. But like, you need to realize that while you're not, like, why we don't encourage you to put pressure on yourself, do not sit back and tell yourself that, listen, it's going to get done in time. Because the Bible says, teach us how to number our days, that we may apply our heart unto wisdom. Now, when you're applying wisdom in your life, it should tell you that, like, you should be like the sons of Issachar that had an understanding of seasons and time.
I'm going to jump into that as well, because there's this thing I've been hanging on to. Like, I even heard it today while I was alone just getting stuff done. Today is like, preparation, and when opportunity comes, if you're not prepared, like, nothing's going to work. So basically preparation and opportunity blossoms, So, because I was saying to myself, I should probably start studying again, like, because long story. But I was like, okay, maybe I'll start tomorrow. And then it was in my mind, like, remember, like, opportunity and preparation, make things actually work. So even though things are not actually moving right now, like, think about the things you want to do. Say you want to start a business, like, do you have a plan for the business? Do you have anything written down? You start making those plans. So when eventually, like, you get the opportunity, you're like, boom, everything starts to work. So as well, that reduces stress, because see, one thing I've noticed is, say for example, you have an exam and like you're getting closer to the exam, you're starting to get worried about how you're going to do. But if you think about it, if you've actually been studying throughout the semester and like even leading up to that period, and you're like, you know what, let me even check out some past papers. So these are the possible questions I might get. Do I even know how to answer A, B, or C? That kind of thing. Then you start to prep your mind towards it, and before you know, you get into the exam, you're like, wow, thank God, though. I actually studied, and I was not just there worrying and stressing and trying to kill myself, and you actually did some work for it.
We need to be conscious of the hand of God in our lives as well. because it's something that like for me, it's like I think for us it's very personal because you need to know when God says go and when God says stop, which is why in your life personally you need to be in tune with God at every point in time. Because there's something I know about God. It's either you see a vision, it's either you have a dream, or God speaks to your spirit. And your conscience is a very good measure of how God speaks to you as well. Like I can see for myself, like there's some things that I want to do that are actually very good. Or like inside me I'm telling myself, okay, this is not the right time.
Yeah. Or maybe you speak to someone about the idea as well, and like God uses the person.
No, it's actually the Bible. Bible says, I think Bible says wisdom is gotten out of multiple counsel. So like you're talking to different people. And if like you're not talking to everybody.
Not just anybody,
People like you
have to confide in
exactly. And then you talk to like about 5 of them, and like 4 of them are saying the same thing, or maybe even 2. But then when they speak, like it's actually in your mind that see, this is what God is saying to you.
I agree.
Like it's what really amazes me is when people get into the wrong relationships because of pressure.
It's a huge one.
It's a very big one. It's a very big one because I'm not saying I wouldn't just say okay, girls especially.
It's both. No, it's both. It's both sides.
Like on both sides. Like even guys, I can say, when we were teenagers and then you see this fine babe
in high school, especially.
Fine babe. I'm not saying she's not smart, but she doesn't know how to talk the way you want her to talk. I suppose it's just the physicality you're seeing. And then you go in there and then you're just attracted to her. And that's it. Because your friends are putting this like you said to me, peer pressure. Because they're like, okay, cute, that'd be fine. I should like you waiting the beat for. What are you waiting for? Do you understand? Like what are you doing? And for girls, that guy has money, he's boxed up. I'm just the generic ones. Because some girls like talk like a handsome, some like money, everyone is on vanity and don't fight. You know what I mean? So
peer pressure is a huge thing. I'm going to say and in this generation, even older people, like peer pressure, it's a huge thing. And I promise you, we don't have good people that can give you good counsel in your life. Like it's going to ruin you. Peer pressure. There are lots of girls today, even lots of guys today, that they're in careers that they shouldn't have. They shouldn't have even started doing in the first place. Some people are doing medicine. Meanwhile, their calling is love. I mean, I'm sorry.
I'll be like lecturer.
So people are supposed to be lawyers, but they're like this. Like I want to be an artist. Like that's my life. No. So like that's why I like young people. When I see young people, and I have opportunity to speak to them, I try to like encourage them. Like peer pressure is a huge thing. If you don't have good counsel and people in your life to counsel you, like you're just going to go with the wind. There's so many things going on around these days, like so many vices as well, and lots of them are just following the crowd. Like that's where we're headed. Those are my sorry.
It's true. So from talking to you I've been able to encompass something, how to handle pressure. I believe like one of the ways to handle pressure is to have the right people around you.
I agree.
That is paramount. Like I can't even explain how important that is. Imagine thinking that your mates are buying and you're not buying, and then you go to your friend and you tell your friend, guy, want to buy, and you're supposed to buy a car. You're meant to have a car. You're meant to have a BMW, but then you can't even buy a bicycle. And then you see, that's why you see people, their first paycheck, they splash it. Do you understand? So it's having the right people around you that can counsel you, that can give you good advice on what you need to do.
Yes, that's very important.
I put this second because the next should be actually first. Is seeking the face of God. In all things.
This should be first.
It should be first.
And then the other ones.
Because like I can't really stress how important it is to put God first everything, because obviously teach us now we're talking about God here. Teach us how to number our days that we may apply our hearts onto this one. Now if God teaches you, because there's something God can be speaking, but you're probably not even listening to him.
Excuse me.
That's a big deal. God can actually be speaking, but you're actually not listening. So Bible says, so if you actually listen to God and I would like to teach you how to number your days. So which means, you know, when I say number your days, I love this very so much because I've been deliberating on it for
since New Year's Day.
4 days now. So you see, like, it's kind of like you probably have on earth, you probably have 80 years. Some people have 50, some people have 60, some people have 120.
Some people have one. Sadly.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So you know, like at this point in time in your life, like when you're 30, you need to be doing this. When you turn 40. Now the wisdom is not to do what you're meant to do at 40, at 30. And not what you're meant to do at 30, at 40. That's the distinction. That's where you need the hand of God in our life. So when you number your days, you apply your heart onto wisdom, and you know what to do at every point in time. So that's, in fact, you just name this episode or whatever it's called. Just say how to number my days.
How to number your days, It's basically like school. I don't know, I keep bringing everything back to school. Because if you're a student, for example, and like you're in uni, even if you're in secondary school, high school, whatever it's called, and you know that reading has a graph. And if you don't start reading from the first day of school or from the first week of school, for example, and by the time you get to the CA, time for the assessment, the test, it's whatever you have is no. Trust me, some people are good at cramming and they can, boom, do very well. But if you don't have that steady graph that's been plotting since the start of the semester, and then you peak at that CA, I'm sorry, you're not going to perform like the others who are having like A star.
Sorry, just I want to make a joke.
Oh.
I don't think that happened to you before.
What?
When you're in an exam hall and you don't know what to write again, and you just start thinking about something abstract,
Something abstract.
Like you're just holding your pen thinking about the food you eat in the house. You're done with the exam. You like pull out your hands. You're done. You're like, see, listen, the mountain cannot go to Jericho. You're done. So while you're writing the exam, you're like this, you're like, do you know what? We'll give over. Just so the other point, you're like writing, but you're just drawing circles.
No, that happened to me 100. I put myself under undue pressure and I just crashed. I completely crashed in the exam. Like even leading up to the exam, I wasn't prepping well, and then I was not drinking a lot of coffee. Dude, I was hearing voices. I'm not even exaggerating. I was hearing voices. In the exam, I just went there to do in fact, I started sleeping because at that point there's nothing else for me to do. I just put in my hand that I'm coming back for receipts.
And talking about pressure as well, the one day I had so much pressure on me, I was drinking Red Bull, which is why I put it up, I don't prepare for. I was in an exam hall and I actually had like about 4 cans of Red Bull. And when I went to the exam hall, my pen, physically, I didn't physically, but I was already in the realm of the spirit. My pen fell off my hand and I was like, I think I was there for 5 hours and I passed out.
No, I don't drink Red Bull again. Like it was the same period. I drank a whole lot of Red Bull and then I dropped now. I don't. Like so, basically, like if you're not lack of preparation gives you undue pressure as well. Like puts you under like just unnecessary pressure that you don't even want, and you're not going to perform well because apparently pressure does not give you good performance.
It doesn't.
It's like you're just worrying and worrying. Nothing's going to come out of it.
Yeah, so what are your final remarks?
Final remarks. I think you kind of gave some of mine, like in terms of dealing with pressure. Yeah. So first of all, I'm going to start with, I don't know why I'm being let down to talk about young people. I'm young too. I know that old. Well, as young boys and girls that we are, it's imperative that we, number one, we know what the time and season is saying, and then that way you can figure out how to prevent getting into a place of stress or pressure, number one. And then in a situation where by any means you get into pressure, you know how to navigate your way out of it, you know. So and then let your circle of friends be solid. Like don't just see, I'm not the kind of person that I don't have that many friends, I'm going to be honest. But like my inner caucus, like I know my people and they know me. Like they have people that you can rely on when your back is against the wall, like they hold you up, you know, that's very, very imperative. And then just have people who to counsel you. I don't leave God out of the equation, like never leave God out of the equation. Always listen, don't be too busy Don't be too busy that you will not hear what he's saying. And don't, another thing I was going to say now that just dropped in my mind. Sometimes, like I was saying, if one way or the other you found yourself in like undue pressure or distress, don't now get to the point where the pressure is too much and then you feel like even though God is speaking, you don't want to listen. That's very important. I don't know why I say that.
Yeah.
I guess maybe because I was in there once more. Like, yeah, don't say, God does not, God is not listening to me. So now I will follow what any other person is telling me. Yeah, like, don't do that. Like, always keep a listening ear. Like, God just speaks. Like, whether it's your dream, whether it's through people, just keep that ear open and always have an open heart, because dude, you'll be amazed when the answer comes and how you just get out of that situation.
For me, like you talk about how God speaks, I read in the Bible 2 days ago, I think it's in Job 33, where it says God speaks in one way or the other. You know, it can be by the 22, so I can't remember now. It says you probably in a vision, in a dream, you know, where he puts you down and ministers his words into your ears. And my final remarks goes back to the scripture that we read. Psalm 90 verse 12 teaches how to number our days.
So teach us.
So teach us.
Was it teach us or teach me? Well, we have to look around.
So,
I think it says, so teach me how to number my days so I can apply my heart towards wisdom. And that's very important. It applies to everything, not just scripture. It applies to everything. As a child in school, as a child in college, whether you're now taking life decisions, your parents, it actually applies to everywhere.
Every single thing. So, do not put yourself in a place where you know you're going to take so much out of yourself to get something done. You know, like always ask yourself the pros and the cons of everywhere you find yourself. And like I said earlier on, always make sure you're in line with God's word. Like, you know, you don't want to be ahead of God's time or behind God's time. You want to be in tune with God. You know, and the right people, like Faith said as well, you know, it's paramount, because like you cannot fly through life.
You can't.
You cannot fly through life.
You can't be solo.
And even if you can fly, if you fly past your destination, if you have no navigational system. So I just want you to know that God is with you at every point in your life. God is with you. So do not put yourself in a place where you can be pressured by people.
Don't let people box you into that place of pressure. Have your guards up, basically. That's all I'm gonna say.
So on that note, this is Roman 365 Lucid Thoughts. Now, like you already know, I don't know if I've said this here before, but Lucid Thoughts is a way for us to, like, you know, pass useful thoughts as in clear. Lucid means something that's clear, you know, to you, across to you, and you know, being a way for us to enlighten you in the way of God. Pass the message to you. You know, so I hope you've been enlightened.
Yes.
You know, and we hope there has been an illumination in your life. Like a pastor says, illumination. Bible says, and God said, let there be light, and light come upon the face of the earth. Did I say it? If I say to take down with Genesis. So.
Oh well, thanks guys for watching. And we hope that in the coming months and whatnot in this year, we'll be able to share some thoughts, or he'll be able to share some thoughts. I might be here when I can't, but like, thank you once again for watching, and we hope that you've been blessed. That seed has been planted, and the Lord will water it.
Exactly. Subscribe.
Until next time,
I'll come for you. Alright, okay guys, have a wonderful day.
Ciao.